You're watching CustomVida.com.
So we're here,
right,
Custom Vida with Angel Blue, model, entrepreneur, you know, out here hustling. We're over here at the Lux Detail booth. It's the end of the show over here for Love for the Streets. And you know, today I want to do an interview with her.
Get ready.
This is all brand new for me,
This is one of the tough ones.
for her. CustomVida.com.
G-Body Lowrider Street category. Here we go.
Introduce yourself a little bit.
I'm Angel.
First place.
A lot of people don't know, but I'm 29 years old. I was born in
number
April,
12.
so I'm a Taurus, little bull.
86 Regal.
Definitely independent. I've come this far by myself,
Number 12.
thank God.
Entry number 12,
But you know, it's
86
just
Regal.
something that I
Clean
love
car.
doing on the side.
Congratulations.
Bull riding has become part of like my life.
Come on, guys, look
got my
alive.
tattoo
West Side
over
Car
here, stuff like that. You know, it's just a lot that I love doing. I love that it has a lot of family values and there's so much, you
job,
know,
guys.
genuine love for the streets. Like
Second
perfect name
place.
for the show,
Right,
actually.
right.
So
G-Body,
you know, it's just
Lowrider
really
Street.
exciting to be a part of something bigger than
Goes to
myself.
number,
That's for sure.
entry number
So,
153, Louis.
Part of this interview, we did a photo shoot some months ago. It was with Red's
Louis,
Impala, San
1980
Jose,
Monte
right?
Carlo.
We're out in San Jose for a car show. The pictures are going to be up for the website, the debut part of this interview.
Another one for the road. I know you got plenty
Super
of them.
excited.
You know, that was
Forever Cloud and Car
gonna
Club.
make it work, right?
Yeah.
Everybody
Third place.
can see a lot of pictures
G-Body.
and stuff. And the
Lowrider
video's
Street.
actually up already.
It was cute how Javi took over.
Oh, I know. My son took over the photo shoot, and it was his first day with his camera that I bought him. And yeah, he basically took over my modeling photo shoot. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And that was
In the
interesting,
house.
too, 'cause
Yes.
I was pretty surprised, but I guess he sees me taking pictures of the girls and
All right,
he got a
we'll
little
go on to the
excited.
next
Try to
category.
do what daddy do.
Yeah. Well, can't blame him, right?
Yeah,
Ain't nothing
exactly.
wrong with that.
Exactly, that's funny though. But yeah, so he still asks about you.
The girl with the blue hair.
The glue, yep, that's exactly that. That's exactly that. So anyhow, part of this was, so how'd you get started? Like, I mean,
All right.
what interested
Next
you
category,
in modeling with
G-Body,
lowriders?
semi-custom.
Actually, it's one of those things where I didn't
G-Body,
pursue it.
semi-custom.
It kind of came to me, and I just kind of seized the opportunity, and
First place.
here we are. You know,
Entry number
most people don't know that I have a corporate
207.
job, and
No name
a
was on the
photographer
dashboard.
slash
74
boss of
Regal.
mine actually wanted to start a
Now your
portfolio.
entry.
So what he asked me to do
Number
was to take pictures
207,
just to
84
see,
Regal.
you know how good they came out, and if he can improve on anything.
Make sure you guys
and
have
he told
your
me I was a
entry number.
natural. So after that, a coworker saw those pictures, and then he was like, "Me too," basically. So after the Me Too moment, I kind of laid low for a while. I didn't know if it was something I wanted to do, and then I ended up at a smoke shop by CSUN,
Number
and some guy was like, "Hey, are you a model?" And I'm like, "Well, not professionally, whatever, this and that." And he's like, "Well, I have a magazine. It's LA Firm, as a matter of fact." And he's like, "Let's do a photo shoot. Let's see how you do." And so I did something for Asphalt Clothing, just like kind of skater clothing, stuff like that. And then we were in downtown LA with all the railroad tracks. It was pretty cool. And then I actually met a photographer through that
Number
who
68
took pictures, which ended up getting sent to a vendor for Street Low, where he did all the foods. And then that's when I kind of got my start, because then I attended the show, and then I kind of started with the name and stuff like that. And then, you know, slowly I came down back to LA and I started doing my own thing, but it's always kind of been like one step led to another, and everything has been super unexpected. I never really ever thought I'd come to like where I am now, so that's a real true blessing. But it's just crazy how you never know where one opportunity is going to lead to another, to another, to another. And if you're saying no, it's always going to stop. But if you have an open mind and you're just curious and you just want to see what happens, let's see what happens. Why not? And then, you know, just go through those open doors. Sometimes you're going to get screwed. Sometimes you have really big rewards, which is really exciting. And I think I'm kind of an example of that. Like, just take a risk and see what happens.
All right, so yeah, so it's been a busy year for you. I mean, honestly, just from what I've seen, a lot of shows.
Yes, a lot of shows. I felt like I was doing them every weekend.
Yeah.
But I really wasn't. But it's always like traveling from here to there. You know, sometimes shows back to back. You know, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
And when you travel, is it all on you, or are you getting booked? Is people helping you out? I mean, pick and choose which ones you want to go to, or is
Next
it all
category is
based
your
on
80s
what
muscle
people book
car.
you for and get you out there by like flying you out and so on and so forth?
I mean, it's a combination of people actually booking me, especially when it's local. You know, like they make sure that I'm there. You know, sometimes I get set up with the booth. Sometimes I book with somebody. Or sometimes,
Entry,
you know, they just have to pay me to walk
171,
around.
Ray.
But then there's
First
other
place,
times, like if I'm
80s
out of
muscle.
state, then they take care of the flight and the hotel, and then, you know, everything's taken care of.
First place.
You know, so that I don't have to worry about any of that. You know, there's been a couple times where
Congratulations,
I was
brother.
supposed to go somewhere and I didn't, so it's kind of made it really difficult. I mean, but if I really want to be somewhere and, you know, worst case
Second
scenario,
place.
I go on my own dime. If it's something that
No
I
number,
really,
but
really
it's
want to
Chef
be at, and
with
if
his
it's
87
okay, if they
Cutlass.
don't need a model, I just as a person
Chef,
want to be there
87
to show my
Cutlass, second
support,
place.
or even
Congratulations,
just to
brother.
experience what it's all about. So I mean, it just depends. There's some stuff where it's like, you know, you have to humble yourself and know when it really is a passion job, and there are times when that passion's going to be more than a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, there are times where I have totally dipped into my own pocket and said, this is an investment, this is an experience.
Yeah.
I can't always get paid for everything,
Next category.
and I'm totally aware of that. So when I do make money, I'm
Shoved up
super
G-bodies.
grateful. But we know
Next
when I have to donate or, you know, just spend my
First
time
place,
wisely,
Danny, entry
even if
number
it's free,
81.
you know, it's all part of the
Entry
game,
number
right?
81. Danny.
And I think the first time I really got to work with you,
Congratulations,
I met you briefly in Salinas.
Yes.
Salinas at a street
Super
little car.
quick, yeah.
Street little car show. Didn't really get time with you. I was doing just like video then. But the first time I got to work with you was Wilmington.
Yes.
Wilmington.
And my
So-
favorite outfit to date, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's still like one of my favorites. I don't know why. It's just the way everything fit. You know, and
Second place.
it still covered everything, but it still had it should
Entry
still showed
number
a lot.
50,
I don't know.
80 Monte Carlo.
Something about that outfit.
It was I think it was a jumpsuit. Right?
80 Monte
That was a
Carlo.
bodysuit,
Entry number
yeah.
Bodysuit. You didn't have
Second place.
Right.
A shuffle.
Yeah, it just had the X here and then the little strip.
Yeah.
That
in the
one was
back.
bomb.
So we're here, right here. You've been doing this. This is a new venture, helping out with the Lux detailing.
Lux detailing,
I'm
yeah.
trying to get them to sponsor, you know, with something. Hey, we need sponsors. you know,
Yes.
sponsors.
We heart sponsors.
That's right.
Yes.
Like I said, this is all new for me. This is someone new for her.
Yeah, Lux is a good guy. Lux is really solid. You know, he's got a lot going on, a couple storefronts, you know, and booths here, and he's incorporating me into the company, which is really cool. And you know, I just really like being a part of
Right.
something that, you know, is
Now which
growing.
we're gonna do
And you know, it's
another
not
like that.
always about me. I'm not always the center of attention. I do like, you know,
We have
having
some more.
that stress relief of not having to be, you know, putting up all these canopies myself and stuff like that. Like, you know, when I
Showing
come
their
and I
support.
COVID, like I really
Again.
love that because it gives
Showing
me
their
time
cars.
to spend time with other
Showing
people
their
that I
love.
probably normally wouldn't, you know, interact with.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's just like, just not
Wanna thank
myself. You know,
everyone
I get to go, you know, sell
that's been
products
here.
and stuff like that, whether it's cleaning or, you know, like
And this award
polish or
goes
whatever it may be. You know, it's just something different.
like
I'm
the
not
shipment
actually
award.
standing there the whole time
We
doing
passed
my
before.
stuff, which I like.
We had to make
Sometimes
sure we
people
do
get
it
kind of
two separate.
Well, San Fernando. San Fernando.
San Fernando
I
was
helped you do with that.
pumping.
Yeah.
Oh
The
my
next-
You had your own booth there.
That
You,
was-
you really didn't leave very much. We worked
Appreciation,
together
recognition for
that
your
day
dedication.
for my other
support,
website,
service
which is Lowriders.
to the lowrider
Yes, I got two
community,
websites.
close to
but You'll see more from
San
Custom
Diego
Vida. You're
Car
gonna see it. You're gonna enjoy it.
Los Angeles Car Club.
she knows all
Maniacos
about
Car
it.
Club.
Yes.
Lifetime
I told her a long
Achievement
time
Award.
ago.
Before we even like
Representative
made it
from Maniacos Car Club,
happen,
please.
it's like all teamwork for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. So, you know, the sets are gonna get better, you know, maybe a little more intricate. You know, we're here at a car show, we're improvising, we're making it work, we're making it happen because this website's gonna launch hopefully the first of the year. When this video comes on, it's gonna be the first of the year, 2018.
It's gonna be like right after the
I
new year.
I am literally gonna.
Log on to the website.
That's right. My New Year's resolution is this
Next,
website's gonna go
Lifetime
live and
Achievement
everything.
Award.
This video will go live on
And,
the first
I
of
can
the
say these are cool
year.
guys.
So that's
Right?
what we're.
I've
That's
known this
my
car
goal,
for a
and that's
long
what I'm
time.
hoping for right now. So you
They
get
really
to
deserve the award,
part of what
like
you're
everybody
modeling
else. Lifetime
for
Achievement Award goes to
represent their
Latin
brand.
Life
Right.
Car
We're
Club,
working
Orange
with
County,
High
California.
Class right now too.
Yes,
Lifetime.
yeah, I've got a lot going on.
Latin
You know,
Life Car Club.
there's High Class, there's Los Angeles Car Club. You know, there's a few, you know, that, you know, everybody's kind of collabing together,
Vida
which I think is
Latina, Latin
beautiful.
Life,
I
Car
feel like
Club.
there's so much competition that
Mondo,
people forget
picking
that
up
we're
the
all here
award.
for a bigger reason. You know, it's all for the love of lowriding and keeping the culture alive. You know, over the years, it's kind of diminished and disintegrated into what it is now. and sometimes, you know, egos and politics and stuff like that get in the way of, you know, really why we're all here. You know, and it's all something that is part of something bigger than us. And it was kind of handed down, you know what I mean? Like you have things that started off all original, and slowly, you know, the customization and, you know, the intricacy of everything that you see just totally blew out of proportion. And, you know, now you have so many styles. You have, you know, the Bay Area has their style. I noticed that they're all more original. You know what I mean? Like they do less to the cars. And you come out here to LA, you know, there's flake everywhere, there's pinstriping, you know, like everything is way more detailed, and, you know, and up north it's just, you know, it's more about, you know, just originality and stuff like that. Like they're not doing anything too fancy, but I can value both. You know, there's something about an all original that is just like, that's fucking hot. But then you see one that, you know, it's just the right, you know, chrome engraving, stuff like that. The way the flake hits the light, stuff like that. Like there's just beauty in all kinds of lowriders. I've learned to appreciate bombs, you know, and then, you know, the Impalas, and then there's just the Cadillacs, and then the Lincolns. They're in their own league, you know, like, you know, those are more hoppers and stuff like that. You see them three-wheeling at the shows, you know, but it's just definitely exciting to see so much difference. And, you know, not everybody's sticking to the same thing, although Impalas seem to be trending. You know, that's just the thing. But, you know, it's just, there's so much beauty in everything. You know, I brought my cousin here for the first time, her first car show. You know, and she noticed, she's like, you know, everything is really different. You know, it's just really awesome. Yeah.
It's not always the stereotype of what people think.
No, and I told her that. You know, I told her you're going to see guys that kind of look like cholos, but these are the kind that actually act right.
Yeah.
They're not the ones that are gangbanging on you at on the street.
They're the lowrider. The lowrider person.
Oh, yeah.
Lowrider.
And they know they represent something much bigger than just their car. There's a plaque behind them. And the way people view, you know, they see you and they're like, oh, wow, what a dick. You know, they're going to think everybody else is like that. So you represent something much bigger than yourself. So there's a little bit more of a duty to represent a culture in the right way. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, did you get to walk around all day at the whole show?
You know, I only kind of like this section here. I didn't really get to venture off too far. But, you know, it's just really dope how, you know, everybody came out today, and, you know, in spite of what was going to be rain. You know, it ended up being an absolutely beautiful day. You know, yeah, I mean,
I was surprised that there was rain this morning because the weather was going to be okay.
Yeah, right? I was like, oh, we're kind of cutting it close. Yeah. You know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these cars got a little wiped down right before they came in here. Yeah. But, you know, it was absolutely beautiful. It got kind of warm for November here.
All right, we go on to the next category.
But, so which out of some of these cars, which car was your favorite?
You know what? It's hard to
For the day. What's your favorite for the show?
We had a car club with 12, 14, 10.
You know, the Players Club has really got some momentum behind it. You know, it's definitely something like, even in the interior.
Next category.
I hadn't got close enough to even see the interior. So today, when I saw the interior, I think you even noticed. I was like, oh, wow, like the interior is super crazy.
Absolutely.
You know, so for right now, I think that one kind of takes the cake.
Semi-luxury, guys.
And the seats and everything like that, like that's definitely something that's going to be something to see.
Yes.
Especially years to come. You know, I see that a lot of times these cars kind of get a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more detailed, and reinvented in its own way. And I think that's exciting because you're not seeing the same thing over and over. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's always really cool to kind of like add a little bit more.
Luxury, number
I guess I can relate to that because when I do my booths, I try and be extra every single time. Like there's something that's just always extra, leveling up. And I think that's what I love about it, is that every time I see something, I'll be like, oh damn, is that new? You know, like that's pretty dope because I see these cars over and over.
Yeah.
You know, and you start to realize, you know, oh, like that, I didn't see that, or like a ding or something, like, oh damn, when that happened. You know, like they're like, oh, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. Right? It's like, oh, take a picture of this side. No.
No, not that side. No,
not that side. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, so it's cool, you know, especially sometimes when you start seeing these cars
47.
from a almost stock, almost, to something that's
over the years.
Exactly.
You see someone the owner and they changing it through the years. It just. Yeah, that's kind of an awesome to see the transformation and how proud people are.
Oh yeah.
They're proud. They're like, oh, you know, they pull you. Oh, we take this in my car. They take this in my car, and then you go, wait a minute, I know this car. And it's different. Or they say, oh look, I painted my car, and they want you to take pictures of it. You know, I know that
Chico
you
Lopez,
get that all the
entry
time.
number
Like, I got new
47,
rims, you gotta come.
1988
Yeah.
You know, yeah, no, it's just always something really cool that, and everybody's always, like you said, they're always so excited to tell you what's different with their car and what they've done with it, you know, and how people are just like fascinated by, oh, you know, like, oh damn, those are nice, you got white walls, or those 520s, you
Third
know, like
place
it's always something new,
goes
something
to
bigger,
entry
and
number
just, I like to
75.
see people like switch it up sometimes.
Andrew
It's not always
Espinosa
just
with
the
the
same
95
exact
plate
thing.
with real nice car.
It's just, I guess maybe I get bored easy. I don't know if that's what it is.
Well, I don't know.
Andrew
Well, I
Espinosa.
think you're one of the models. Not every model, but I think
95 Playboy.
some models actually enjoy it, and it's not that they need to know everything about a car, but they actually enjoy the environment,
Right.
the viewing, the checking out the vehicles. I mean, they're
next
enjoying the
category.
cars. You know, of course, some models are just modeling to model and they're
leave
taking-
though, show, yeah.
and they leave, and that's
Semi-luxury.
fine too. You know, hey,
Semi-luxury.
each his own. We're not knocking it, but what I see is, you know, you truly actually enjoy being in the scene and being around the car.
I think I enjoy being around the people more, and the cars is kind of just a plus. I think that's really what it is.
Well, it's
you
a
know?
plus because you took pictures of it.
Of course, right? I mean, I get something out of it more
We're
than
gonna do the
just
wagons.
a feel-good effect, you know. And I think that's mainly what
Next
drew me
category
to
is
it,
wagons.
is that when it became something like people were like, "You gotta come on,
First
come
place,
on!"
entry
and
number
it became,
321.
Like at first,
331,
it was
I'm sorry,
really difficult because
331.
people didn't know how to
First
accept
place,
somebody
wagons.
like me. Like I mean, I know I'm a little bit more of extreme look, you know, and I'm an acquired taste. Like not everybody's gonna like my look. So it was a little bit more kind of
Second
like
place.
I didn't push my way in, but I didn't.
Entry
get
number
out. You know, and I
145.
slowly let the people that
Wagons.
like me come to
Second
me
place.
and follow me and
145.
encourage me because there was a lot of, well, you don't belong here. You know, and you
We're
know, I
second
get
place,
that. I
third
totally
place.
get that. Women are gonna get territorial, and when they see
Entry
somebody
number one-
that is like just feeling
19.
it, you know, it's kind of like a threat
Third
because
place.
obviously they're gonna be
Wagons.
the ones that are just money hungry and oh well, they're just here to get paid.
Let's
and
get
then
you over
leave,
here.
Yeah.
Versus someone that's like actually personal and actually really talking about people and their cars
You're a
and stuff like
personable
that.
person. You're a people person,
Right.
And you have to, I think the successful any model that I met that has success behind it and true traction out in the car show environment, they got to be a people person.
Yeah, no, you
gotta
cannot
be a
be
people person.
rude. You can't be treating anybody some type of way, and especially if someone you don't like or get along with is right there. You've got to learn to just look past that because there are people that are going to push your buttons. Like they're going to try and get you to slip up and try and make you look bad. You know, it's just the nature of the game. You know,
All right,
unfortunately,
street.
people are very
Street
competitive.
luxury.
And it's just unfortunate
Next
that
category,
everyone
street
sees
luxury.
everybody as like a target or a
First
threat.
place
And
goes
for me,
to-
it's like there's enough to go around.
Entry
There is
number
no
302.
replica of Angel Blue.
Miguel
I
Torres.
don't need to be threatened by somebody that's not me. If I saw a me out there, like a twin, a mirror, I'll be like, I need to show you up because you literally just like me. But if somebody, you know, is, you know, different color hair, no tattoos, bomb body or whatever, like, give her a chance. You know,
Second
why are
place
you
goes
so
to
threatened by the next person?
entry
For all
number
you know,
235.
You can team up, you can collab, and
Junior
make something
Sosa.
beautiful and be the next best thing.
Yep.
You know, nobody ever
I believe it's high
understands
class.
how it's so much bigger
Number
than just you.
235.
You know, they're very self-centered, and it's really about just me. And for me, it was more like, who can I work with? You know, who can I help? I just want to make friends, and it just sucks because you go through this roller coaster where you realize
Third place
people
goes
are
to-
there to see what they can get from you. and
Entry
then
number
move on,
99, Jimmy.
or they could be true
93
friends, and you
Fleetwood.
guys go through rough patches. Like it's all just a juggling thing, and it's drama, and it's, you know, it's draining. You know,
Yeah.
it's all kind of unnecessary to me. So for me, it's like, you know what? I support you. You support me. Let's just keep it cool, you know, and we'll work together, and you know, we'll grow from it, help each other, support each other. Because sometimes
Next
you're gonna
category.
get some hater that
70s.
says some crazy shit, and who are you gonna
Semi.
vent to?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody that knows exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
Someone that
70s,
gets
first
the
place.
same messages and is gonna be like,
Goes
you know
to
what?
entry
Fuck them, they're
165.
tripping. They're being.
Arturo Garcia.
Who else says that shit? nobody but that person. But
It's a
that person may have
977 Valley.
gotten
It
a
was a
similar
beautiful
message from
mountain.
someone with the same
It's old school.
mentality.
That's one of
And
my
you can
favorites in
usually
the
be
show,
like, you
man.
know what, it's okay.
Congratulations,
Thank
first
you.
place.
You'll be cool. I get them too.
Thanks for coming.
You know, so it's more of like you
Beautiful
kind of
car.
can
It was sitting in the back.
talk about things openly and they're just totally gonna understand. Like
Yeah.
you know because you're a photographer and we kind of see the same themes when we're doing the same thing, but
Yeah.
you know, it's
A lot of
just
competition.
outside perspective. You don't
Next
see the
category.
same thing in these.
Yeah.
So it's definitely
70s
fun.
You got to
in
deal
the
with the
end.
cochinos,
First place.
Oh, yeah.
the stalkers,
Number 23.
That's another one.
and
That part.
you know, all that good stuff. But you know, like how many people
That
you got
glass
to block a
house,
day
beautiful glass house.
on your social media?
Not as many as you would think.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I try and give people a chance. Like I'll tell them, hey, kick back. You're gonna get blocked if you don't stop.
Yeah.
Or I'll just tell them, you know, sometimes I just need to check them in front of everybody. Like, hey, stop.
Yeah, and then everybody sides with you,
Or they just let it
Second
slide.
place.
If that person stops, okay, like Angel checked
Goes to
them, everything is cool. Like,
Manuel,
but I do get
entry
DMs about the
number
crazy shit that
330.
people comment. Like, damn,
The nice
all I have to do
77
is check your feed to get a laugh, and I'm like, here we go. You know,
Manuel,
but it's just crazy
I
because
believe it's Together Car
perfect
Club.
strangers are gonna be like, oh my god, you're like amazing. Let me marry
Third
you. And I'm
place.
like, you don't know me. I'm crazy. You can't handle this, okay? All of
Entry
this
number
here
229.
is not this big. The personality is like 1,000 times bigger than the body.
Vanji Lozada.
Don't let it fool you.
Vanji Lozada, entry 2.
I know this.
So on that note, when we're talking about
229.
social media,
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna tell them
Third place,
where they can
70.
find you on social media if they don't already know where you're at.
Okay, so on Facebook, I am Angel Blue. On Instagram, it's LIL, Angel Cakes. And can I tell the story about how my name started? Because everyone thinks about my butt cheeks, but it's not, okay? So I actually have my own cake business. So when I made it way back in the day, you know, I thought it has to be something that actually like spoke about who I am as a person. So I'm Lil, so it was like LIL. My name is Angel, and I make cakes. So it was like Lil Angel Cakes.
Just do the cake and then
It's perfect. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm actually making one next weekend. Minnie Mouse cake.
Nice.
18th birthday. Really excited.
Multi-talented.
Thank you. I try and be artistic. You know, it's like everything I do,
Okay, next
especially with
categories.
my
30s.
my pictures, I try and make
30s,
it
first
artistic.
place.
Like you
Number
don't see me out here
174.
like doing too much crazy shit because I feel like it has to
174,
be
first
beautiful. It's
30s
art. It
categories.
doesn't need to be raunchy or anything like that. That's not my style. Not knocking anyone that does.
Right, second
you know,
place.
everybody has their preference and how they want to be portrayed and how they want
Yeah,
to.
what they're
like,
comfortable
I
with
want,
or what-
I want to be able to put this on my wall and be like,
Second
that was a
place.
good day. You know, I don't want anyone to be
30s,
like, oh my god,
331.
Angel, I just saw you too much of your body. You know,
331.
like, it's just, and then I have so many brothers
30.
and sisters, and the internet is so easily accessed that Angel Blue, and then they can see everything. I want my siblings to be like, oh, okay, you know, that's my sister. I don't want them being like, my sister
Like, oh, it's my
did
sister,
this,
and then
and
cover
I'm
the-
so ashamed of her. Yeah, when I see her, it's gonna
327.
be weird. Like, I don't ever want that.
Third
You know, it's
place.
always I want to be
Number
respectful
327.
and seen as a person rather than an object or like you know.
Yeah. The
Sex
model,
appeal.
Angel
Yeah.
Blue.
I mean, there is a sexy
Next
side.
category,
obviously,
40 to
right?
48,
I mean, well,
first place.
beauty is in the
OG3.
eye of the beholder. Some
Number
people are going to be like,
233.
other people are going to be like, damn, she's bomb, you know, and then everything in between. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's definitely not all about looks, that's for sure. I try. Some
Second
people
place.
think,
That's coming from a
some
model.
people think
That's
that
coming from
I'm
a
like
model right
not
there.
their
That's the
type.
realest
You know what I
shit.
mean? They're like, oh, you know, and then I start talking to them and they start laughing.
Second
like,
place,
"Yeah,
number
pretty
16.
cool." You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, it's sometimes I feel like I look a little bit more aggressive than I am, but that's my bubble, that's my front. You know,
Second
like I'm
place,
really
number
soft,
16.
little girl inside.
Third place,
She ain't shy. That's what it is. you know?
181.
I think you know. I was
And she
telling-
don't act dainty as tiny as she is.
No, you totally
Kevin,
make me burp
Kevin.
sometimes.
Up to the booth.
Burp, you know, like
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
totally
yeah.
burp sometimes. You know, I try and be polite though. I do have manners and say
Third
excuse
place,
me, but
160.
you know, it comes out sometimes. Like when we were eating one time, and you're like, did you just burp? Yeah, no. It's just I don't think I have to be
50
fake.
to 58
You know,
first
everybody
place.
has you know
Number 23.
Yeah, you,
their
Number
moments,
23,
and I
first
totally
place.
don't let those hide.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna sit here and like run behind
Second
and then
place.
burp and then come back. You know, for me, it's like okay, oh excuse me, sorry. You know, and they're like okay.
Come on, you're
You know,
around
I
all the
think it's
guys all the
funny.
time.
Some guys
Second
think it's
place.
funny,
Number
but you know,
5,
some people are like,
05.
oh, she burped. I'm like,
Second place, 05.
sorry.
We're all human. Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's mainly what I want to get across.
we'll go to
You know, a
the
lot
third
of people have
place.
been talking about my Instagram stories, and they're like, "Damn, you like so
323.
crazy."
Third place.
And I feel like I'm just
323,
being
number
me.
323.
I'm just letting that side that I keep, I guess, private, because I don't know what I was so afraid of. I think I was maybe just shy to let the crazy out.
Yeah.
And some people tell me it's just not crazy. It's just that you're just
You
doing
have
you.
personality. Yeah, you're doing you. You're letting people know how you are by making your statements on your Insta
and I
Snap
keep
or
it
whatever.
real. Yeah, Insta Snap.
Because
what I call
all they
it.
see is your pictures. All they see
Right.
is your pictures.
They
and
don't see
think
what's behind
model. Yeah, and they don't see that you're a person, you're a human being, and
I'm a
you know,
Next category,
and
That's
yeah,
for sure.
you have personality. So it's all
OG
great.
Street.
And I feel like it's time to start
Number
showing
67.
that, because there's a lot of people that follow me that
Number
are not in the
67.
state, not in this county, that have never seen me before.
Yeah.
And they've never
59
probably
to
even never heard my
64, OG
voice.
Street.
You know, so when I start talking and I start saying shit, they're just like, man, like the more you do, the more you're attractive. And I'm like, okay. Like at first I thought, you know, maybe it'll make me a little bit, well, some people are gonna be like, she's too much for me. Like, unfollow. I don't want to see what
Second
she has
place,
to say. But then I
58 to
think on the
64,
contrary, I
entry
noticed
number
that once I started
211,
showing the personality, I
211,
started getting so
59 to
many more
64.
followers.
Yeah.
And it's
Second place,
crazy.
211.
People are just like, I just like watching you be real. You know, aside from the pictures,
Third
aside
place,
from what you want
entry
us
number
to see.
501.
There is a, like you said,
501.
there's total
Third place.
personality. I'm totally goofy
59 to 64.
and sometimes really corny. Like I have like really cheesy jokes, but you know it works. It works for me. I think it helps me crack the ice sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
like cheesy joke always helps.
Well, let me see. I think right where we're at right now is pretty good. This is a start to what I'm putting out there. And,
Yes.
and I'm helping. We work together pretty good. I am. So from this point,
331.
continue to watch. There are going to be more interviews, other models. My debut on my website,
number 59
Custom Vida,
64,
be Angel Blue. She's going to be the first model on there
313.
with a
59
whole
to 64.
photo shoot and everything else. And this is her
313.
story.
Yes.
So I appreciate it for your time.
Thank
you
you.
for all we do.
Solid.
Been working so solid.
We're still gonna
I got
work.
pictures from this day. You guys will already see them on my
All right,
website.
second place goes to
Yes.
entry number
As
80.
of that,
59 to
It's a wrap.
64.
it's a wrap.
Entry
So we're
number
good.
80.
To see more, go to CustomVida.com.